These kids are ready. Gonna dig up some potatoes. We're gonna try. And Emerson is proudly carrying around that tripod sprinkler, so we'll get that set up and we'll show that to you too. But first, digging the spuds. We lost one. Uh-oh, we lost one. Bear, where are you going? I think she took the wrong turn. Come on, baby, let's go. Okay, let's dig these up and see what we can find, okay? Daddy's gonna do the digging. And you guys...
Can Caroline help?
Well, I'm gonna break them loose with the fork, okay?
Okay.
And then you guys see what you can find.
I'll pick it up and put it into the little wheel bit. Here.
We're gonna get way down under it, and then we lift the soil like that.
No, that would be
Okay.
No, I want.
And then let's see if there's anything under here.
And then we'll put those on the ground.
Oh, they're little bitties.
What about the big ones?
They're little bitties. Pick the potatoes off and then throw the stem out. Ew. Well, there was a good one, but it rotted.
Yeah.
There's a good one. There's a good one.
Daddy, this one sounds I'm supposed to be putting them in the wheelbarrow.
Okay.
You hand them to me.
You come get them out of the dirt. How about that?
I
think our dirt's too wet. They rotted in the ground, I think.
Actually, maybe you can make a loose can. I could dig it up.
Find any in there? No, those are all rotten too. That's our problem.
What's
Oh
wrong?
no.
What's wrong with it?
We've got a baby running for the house like she's being shot at. She's panicking over that. Okay. I gotta see what her problem is. So, yeah, that's a shame. The first little bit we dug up there looks like they're all rotten, like they got too wet. So I guess we'll just go down and see what we can come up with. Finally, found a bunch, huh?
Yeah.
Careful, don't throw them. Set them gently in the wheelbarrow
Yeah.
so we don't bruise them. Is there more? Whoa, there's even more. So far digging through, the blues, for whatever reason, are mostly they were all rotten. We found very few decent sized ones. Anything bigger than about the size of an egg was rotten. I don't understand why. But the reds are a little better. Kinsey, pick this one up and shake it. I see another big one. Pick that plant up and shake it.
This one?
Yep. There's another big potato right there in front of you. Oh, there it is. So the reds are a little better, at least right in here. Now as we go further up the road, the plants get a lot smaller, so I don't imagine we'll find much underneath of them. But for right now, I'm gonna just finish digging here, the rest of these blues, and just see what we find. Because I don't see any point in leaving them. The plants are dying. And like I said, I don't understand why, but we're gonna go ahead and dig them up while we can still see where the plants are at and just see what we can find. Well, pretty pathetic, unfortunately. It's over half the potato crop there. I don't know what's going on. We got almost nothing out of the blue potatoes. They had a lot of little bitty potatoes on the bottom of the roots, but nothing any bigger than like a golf ball. They were all rotten. I don't understand why. It is what it is. So we've got the rest of these reds to dig, and they're real small plants. So I'm reluctant to pull them up for fear that, there's just nothing under them. So I'm gonna let them go for right now. See if maybe they don't, fill out again. If they start to wilt back and look like they're going to, then we'll just go ahead and pull them and see what we can find. But got into some of the reds, and I mean, that's been our saving grace. You can see, looking in the wheelbarrow here, most of the bigger stuff is all reds. These are, I mean, even that was rotten. That one's rotten. I mean, there's hardly anything in here, these blues. These are all bugs are working on them. So we'll bring them up, we'll dry them off.
Okay, just a minute to give me the
That's a red that's rotten. Maybe we can cut half of it out or something. Anyway, a little frustrating. Especially when I knew planting them that, potatoes are so cheap, it's hardly worth the effort of growing your own. It's really just the satisfaction, and then you go and dig them all up and they're rotten. So that's not satisfying at all. Anyway, I got that much going. I'm excited about that part of the garden. That's like my second my second attempt Makes me feel like maybe I'll be successful if all that grows. I got to get it fenced in before the raccoons start to destroy it. But yeah, these potatoes are a bit underwhelming. I'm not happy, but it's fun. The kids had fun digging them. That's what matters. Well, there's the sprinkler for what it's worth. Still not quite sure about it. Just doesn't seem, I mean, it seems like for as much water as it's kicking out. I know it's covering a big area, but it just seems like it's not really watering. Seems like it's not getting anything close to it. Like it'll hit 20 feet out, you know, pretty decently. But it seems like kind of in between the tripod and that range, it doesn't really get a whole lot of fall. I've got the diffuser set down to try to knock it down a little shorter, but that thing's real sensitive. If you tweak it down anymore, then it's like you lose all your distance. So I've got to try to get it balanced to reach all the way over there into that corner, but also still reach this side. And maybe I can take it more towards the house and then knock down the range on it just a little bit more, because it's coming out here. It's coming out, you know, at least 10 feet into the unplanted area. So it's kind of silly to have it coming all the way out here. It's just water and clay. Are you done? I can't focus on anything else because that boy is just having too much fun. I might go out there and see if I can't scoot it over a little bit and tweak that diffuser a little more. Well, I finally got up the courage to go and dig up the rest of the potatoes. That's all I got. Not bad, but all things considered, well, no, that is actually really bad. But all things considered, that was more potatoes per plant than anywhere close to what the blues did. So I still don't know, because here there's two variables, okay? One, of course, is the species of the plant, but the other is the issue with the soil depth, okay? Because the blues were on the lower end of the row as far as going slightly downhill. The soil was deeper, thicker, and it wasn't sitting in a hole. There's no reason why moisture should have accumulated. So, you want to show them your kite? Look at that kite. That is an awesome kite. Hey, take it for a spin. Run that way. She's really excited about her kite. But yeah, you know, the soil was deeper and thicker. Mackenzie, you lost part of it, honey. Uh-oh, you lost it. Oh yeah, now I'm going to fix her kite. She's going to be really upset. I gotta say it was species, because these reds here that I just got, they were in soil that was really only a couple inches thick. So yes, it dried out better, but from like a nutrient standpoint, there was just more good-sized potatoes on the reds than there was on the blues. It seemed like there was a lot of small potatoes, and then everything that was decent size was rotten. But the soil was all put down at the same time. Yes, it was thicker where the blues were planted, but generally the same soil. I don't know if the blues are just really that weak.
Dad,
if they're
pretty creative. That's why I'm in GT.
Yes. Did you tell them how smart you are? GT, how many GT kids are in your class?
4. That counts me too.
In just your classroom?
Yes.
How many in all of first grade?
I don't know yet, but
Not very many, right?
I think it's just 7 maybe.
7 total?
I think so.
She's super smart, and we're super proud, so I'll brag. Yeah, so anyway, enough about that. I don't know, but based on, anyway, this year's results, I have zero inclination to plant blues again next year. I mean, if I'm going to go to the work of planting potatoes, I want to dig some potatoes. I don't want to have a handful of cool looking blue potatoes. I want to have buckets full of potatoes that I can eat that are worth the work. I do still have one little planting of blues. Yeah, right there. Sorry, glaring on the phone. Anyway, in the kitchen garden, there's one little planting of blues. They were from a different source. They may have been the same seed stock, I don't know. But we bought one little box of blues, I think maybe the Houston Garden Center. And the rest of the blues we got were from Tractor Supply. Like I said, they may come from the same warehouse somewhere else, just had a different label on them, I don't know. So those might be the saving grace. If the blues that are in the kitchen garden do good, which it's a shallower soil and it's better drained, then maybe we'll say that the blues in the garden, for whatever reason, the main garden, maybe they just had some issue with the soil, I don't know. But not impressed with the blue potatoes in general. Happily we'll grow more potatoes. I love growing potatoes, and they do fine down here. My brother tried to say, oh, Texas is too hot. It's like, well, no, but you plant them as a spring crop, basically. They do fine. There's not a summer plant. Anyway, so next year, more reds, maybe some big Yukon Gold, something that's a good, baker, that's got a better shelf life. The reds, I don't think they have much shelf life to them, really. So we'll have to get them canned up, or just go ahead and make a lot of mashed potatoes in the next couple of weeks before they try to get spongy on us. But anyway, that's it for potato harvest. Really disappointed in general in the blues. Pretty disappointed overall. I put a lot of work into planting those potatoes, planted a lot of potatoes, and I don't know, let's just say I put in 5 or 6 pounds of sweet potato. I think it was 5 pounds, and I might have gotten 10 pounds of potatoes. So that's pretty paltry. It should be better than that. So we'll try again next year. That's it for now.